Hello again, this is Andrew Culkin, and I'm the author of Amanda, A Cautionary Tale of Alcoholism, set to be released in the fall of 2023, hopefully September, I believe. Today I want to talk about some alcoholic myths. Not 5 myths, but these are a little bit longer, so I'm just going to break down a couple myths. Number one, the biggest myth of all, is when you hear an alcoholic say, I can quit anytime I want to. Myth number one, this myth is one of the biggest creation of alcoholism in the world today. You have to realize once your body and your mind develops alcohol dependence, recovering from addiction will take more than your own sheer willpower for the vast majority of people who are caught in the grip of alcoholism. In order for a person to detox, they must seek treatment from a specialized treatment center or a rehab facility or an urgent care facility or the emergency room in a hospital. If a person has gotten to the point where they've been drinking for months or years and they just decide to detox, I wouldn't recommend doing it by yourself. Self-detoxification can result in extremely uncomfortable withdrawal symptoms, which can lead to a relapse or even death. Also, in most cases, the hangover is so bad that what's the first thing that's going to happen is they're going to drink to get over what they call, and my wife used to call, the hair of the dog, because the pain is excruciating, and the only way to end the pain is with more alcohol, which creates the circle around and around and around. This is why it's so difficult for someone to quit by sheer willpower. Now, don't get me wrong, about 98% of the people out there can't do that. There is a percentage of people that will, through sheer willpower, either outside sources are forcing them to, or they've made a decision, and very few people have the ability to do that. Most people need outside help. The vast majority of people need outside help. The other thing I want to talk about today is myth number 2, which is it's easy to spot an alcoholic. The common understanding is that an alcoholic looks like a homeless person on the corner, dirty, disheveled, seemingly lost, psychologically damaged. Truth is, alcoholism can affect anyone. Alcoholism doesn't care about race, religion, economic background, gender, sexual orientation, or age. The lawyer next door, who seemingly has his life together, could be struggling with addiction. The housewife, my wife, who hides her bottles of vodka and still manages to take care of children for a while. The teacher, who hides a bottle of whiskey in their desk and needs a little hit before the class to get through the day. The only difference is the length of time and the stage these alcoholics currently find themselves in. Some of these alcoholics that are still maintaining jobs are in the earlier stages. Because a person who's in stage 3, who's chemically dependent, or stage 4, completely dependent on alcohol, isn't going to be maintaining a job, physically, mentally, or emotionally. They're not going to be maintaining any job, be it a lawyer, a housewife, flying a plane. It doesn't matter. You're not going to be maintaining that. But the point is, it's not easy to spot an alcoholic. They could be your best friend, and you might not realize it. A lot of people had no idea Amanda was caught in the addiction that she was in. A lot of her friends didn't know, and some had an idea, but certainly even some of the people closest to her didn't understand it, and certainly didn't realize that she was knocking on death's door. I certainly did. I hope that helps. If you have any questions, I like to answer questions, in the comments. We always try and keep it positive. This is certainly, I'm trying to educate people and make people aware and help families to identify someone who is either at risk of being an alcoholic or they are already an alcoholic, and to understand and to make decisions accordingly. Again, the book is coming out in September. You can go to the website for pre-orders and look at some of my television and podcasts and some of the other things we have going on at www.amanda, acautionarytale.com. Again, thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you again soon.